Less than 1% of children said to have been born healthy have 3 or more spots we call birthmarks. Persons are known to flaunt them, linking them to what their mothers ate or thought of during pregnancy. But are you aware that these marks could be an indication of something more severe? Well, Carlin Brown journeyed to St. Catherine to meet a little boy whose mother continues to learn each day how to cope with the complexities of his sickness. It's part one of another Inspire Jamaica report.
Inspire Jamaica is brought to you by Guardian Life, looking after life, and BH Paints, the Caribbean champions of color, giving color to Jamaica for 50 years. Jadon Dixon seemed shy in his mother's arms, but we wooed him and dressed him in specs. He took another to ensure his mother shared the thrill too. And watch what happened when we pumped up the music in the background. 2 weeks shy of 3, Jadon confirms he's an active child with normal motor skills. Unfortunately though, his speech is slow and it's hard to overlook the distorted shape of his head. Jadon has neurofibromatosis, NF, a condition that affects the development and growth of nerve cell tissues. NF is defined by tumors called neurofibromas that grow along nerves in the body on or under the skin. The two forms, type 1 NF1 and type 2 NF2, are genetic disorders with a 1 in 2 chance of it being passed on with each pregnancy. A spontaneous change in the genetic material of the sperm or egg at conception can also result in NF, as with Jadon, who has type 1 said to be the most common form. Although diagnosed at birth with NF, Tracy and Lothian took home a normal-looking bundle of joy.
Yes, I was told I got a baby boy. When I went to, he had to be admitted to the nursery for 5 days because he had swallowed some of the meconium fluid, some of the fluid from the womb. Because of that, he was breathing short. So they had to admit him for 5 days in the nursery.
She says it was just prior to being discharged that the news was loaded on her.
They questioned me about do you have any of have you ever heard of this before? I said, no, I don't know, what is that? Well, this is a sickness that affects the gene, and they're telling me all the things that it can happen, but my baby looked fine right there, so I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to worry about something that I'm not seeing right now. I'll just trust God about it.
The first noticeable clinical feature is the presence of Kaffele spots, commonly called birthmarks. While the distinctive marks alone do not automatically indicate NF, their size and number may, as was the case with Jay.
If you have 6 or more birthmark spots, those are the dark spots. If you have more than six or more, then that's a sign. I was wondering if I'm dreaming. I was kind of in denial for a moment. And, I'm not sure what to say, what my emotion was, because I'm just hit with all of this. Because I was given a printout with some information about this illness.
Pretty soon, she felt small veins she had read about on the baby's skull.
At the back of his head, down to the nape of his neck, I started feeling some little loose lumps, and I thought they were lymph nodes. And when I brought him to the neurologist, I pointed it out to her and the team, because it's not one person, it's a team of and they said that, okay, these are the lymph nodes, they are lymph nodes and they will go away. But I noticed they started getting bigger, and as they get bigger, they start to cluster.
At 4 months old, Jadon began his first tests at a pediatrological clinic, where an MRI and a CT scan detected non-cancerous tumors outside the skull.
All of this here is not a part of his head itself. All of this is the tumor. So it runs from the top of here. Here they stop. Coming straight down, coming around here. It's also on the other side. One on the other side right here. They have blocked his ear canal.
Jadon's hearing may not be 100%, but he's alert as ever. I am so enjoying Jadon's cousin's bike here, and he's enjoying his too. I am Curlin Brown. Let's together continue to inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Inspire Jamaica was brought to you by Guardian Life, looking after life. And BH Paints, the Caribbean champions of color, giving color to Jamaica for 50 years.
Next week, more on Jadon and the medical treatment that's available for him. Remember, you can follow the Inspire Jamaica reports on Facebook, online at Inspire Jamaica, at cvm-tv, as well as on Twitter. That's the local news. News from overseas up next.